Hey, what's up, all my card homies? Welcome back to Ol'SargeCollects. My name is Dan, and today I'm going to share some cards that have something in common. These cards will have a common theme, and if you haven't figured out what that theme is by card number 3, I'm just going to tell you. So, the first card I'm going to share with you is this card of Billy Ripken. This is the 1989 Fleer Bill Ripken error card. This is the FF version of the card. Pretty iconic card in the hobby. And here's the back of the card, if my camera will focus. So, I wouldn't mind actually trying to find all variations of that card. I think that would be kind of a cool endeavor. The next card I'm going to share with you is of his brother, Cal Ripken Jr. This is Cal's 1982 Topps Traded card and his rookie card. And, I got to tell you, I think this is my favorite Cal Ripken Jr. card. So, I know he's got a lot of cool 90s inserts, but this one to me, it resembles like a classic 50s era card, kind of reminiscent of a 52 Topps Mantle, if you ask me. And so that's why I love this card in particular. Here's the back. All right, have you guessed yet? Should be pretty easy. The next card, you're gonna get it by this card. The next card is a 1954 Topps Ed and John O'Brien. Here's the back. All right, Ed and John O'Brien. This is the very first card. The very first Topps card showing two brothers. And there were other Topps cards after this that showed two brothers on the same card, but this was the very first. And this is a pretty popular card in the hobby, one that collectors typically want to have in their collection. So, Ed and John O'Brien. Now, we got Thanksgiving coming up, and, during this time of year, I start thinking about family, and then I always look to my cards to see what cards I have, that show family members in the same card. It's funny, in the 1990s, you have a lot of cards showing Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey. Prior to that, I don't think there's a lot of cards that show father and son, but there's always been cards that showcase brothers, or you'll find brothers within the same set. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today, is cards with brothers. Either brothers on the same card itself, or brothers within the same set. All right, so let's go ahead and take these down, and I will show you the next set of brothers. First card I'm going to share with you is this 1941 play ball Dom DiMaggio. And you know where this is going. The 1941 play ball Vince DiMaggio. So the 1941 play ball set is the only set that has all three DiMaggio brothers in it. And the 1941 play ball Joe DiMaggio, the most famous of the DiMaggio brothers. Good old Joltin' Joe. The Yankee Clipper. So I was doing a little bit of research into brothers on cardboard, brothers in Major League Baseball. So let me tell you what I learned. In the history of baseball, in the history of Major League Baseball, that is, there have been 454 pairs of brothers playing in the major leagues. Now, of those 454 pairs, 13 sets of three brothers played in the major league in the major leagues. the DiMaggios being one of those 13 sets. There was one set of 4 brothers playing in Major League Baseball back in the early 1900s, from 1900 to 1910 or 1909. You had the O'Neill brothers. And then in between the 1880s and 1890s, you had the Delahanty brothers, which were a set of 5 brothers. Ed Delahanty, being a Hall of Famer, it was him and 4 of his brothers playing in the major leagues at the same time. So that's just amazing, how many sets of brothers were playing in the major leagues. Just awesome information there. Something that I didn't know. All right, so let's put up the DiMaggio brothers. And we're going to transition to my favorite set in the hobby. And that is the 1934 to 36 Diamond Stars set. And in it you have 2 sets of brothers. You had the Farrell brothers, Wes Farrell and Rick Farrell. Here's the back of that. So the Farrell brothers, both of them playing on the Boston Red Sox. And I think Rick Farrell or Wes Farrell, one of the two, is a Hall of Famer, I think. I'd have to go back and check that out. But I think one of them is a Hall of Famer. Now, the next set of brothers in the Diamond Star set, both of them are Hall of Famers. And that is Lloyd Wainer and his brother, Paul Wainer. And this Paul Wainer card is one of my favorite cards in the set. I just love the graphics on that Paul Wainer card. You got him, and you got the catcher and the umpire, all pictured in the same image. Just a really, really neat picture, really neat photograph or artist design of the card. Now, the National Schickel Company did this Diamond Stars set, and they also did an exhibit set which pictures both Wainer brothers in the same card. So here you have Lloyd and Paul Wainer together on the shoulders of Big John Weaver. And this card showcases kind of how small the Wainer brothers were compared to John Weaver. So this is a blank back card. And I'm going to put this in the background, and I'm just going to leave it there. And then I'm going to show you the next set of cards. All right, for my last set of cards here, these are the earliest cards depicting brothers. So these are 1923 W515-1, and this is card number 21 of the Musial brothers. So here, pictured on the left, is Bob Musial, who played on the New York Yankees. He was part of the famous Murderers Row. And then you have Irish Musial depicted on the right, and he played for the New York Giants. These are blank back cards, strip cards. So you have the Musial brothers on this W515-1, and then you have the Barnes brothers on this 1923 W515-2. And this is Jesse and Virgil Barnes, both players of the New York Giants. So the New York Giants had basically a set of twins as pitchers and one half of a set of twins as outfielders at the same time. Really neat. But these are the oldest known cards in the hobby, at least that I'm aware of. The oldest known cards in the hobby featuring brothers. These three cards here. Now, I know there's probably collectors out there that are more knowledgeable on this subject. And so, if you happen to be aware of an earlier set depicting two brothers on the same card, please write in the comments down below and let me know. I'd love to learn, that fact about brothers on cardboard. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and I hope you enjoyed it. Keep hunting the good stuff, and if I don't talk to you or see you before Thanksgiving, enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'll be down in Houston with family for Thanksgiving, so you guys take care, and we'll talk to you next time.